because it's all in Spanish,
Oh,
and I finally figured out what I actually need to do to see you all. Okay, so yeah, make sure you grab your block and your roll. I will also say my energy is a little back. I'm still like a little bit, like a little, not quite 100%, but my energy's coming back and I can feel it. So today we're gonna get a little more movie today, which I hope y'all are down for. And also we'll continue our jaw work stuff. I really personally have enjoyed working with the jaw. I don't know how you guys have felt about it. Um, but yeah, I think it's more of where I want to go in terms of like each month having like some of a theme to explore, some area of the body or some type of pose or some theme that we can
yeah,
continue to work with and deepen with. I think it just becomes a little more fun. It's like a little more questy and then, you know, doesn't feel random. It feels like we're like headed in a direction, you know?
I like it. I like a focus.
Yeah, a good
I like
focus, you
a
know?
focus.
Exactly. Okay, so let's go ahead and sit on our mats. Okay. Go ahead and cross left ankle over right. Alternate nostril breathing in shoelace. Whew. I went to the gym 2 days ago and I can definitely feel this. Okay. With left hand close to face, go ahead and close off right nostril. Inhale for 5 seconds through left. Close both nostrils. Hold your breath for 10 seconds. Let you go. Open the right nostril. Exhale for 8 seconds. Inhale right for 5. Close both nostrils. Hold for 10. Exhale left for 8. Bring your hand down. Change the cross of the legs, but notice how this side feels. So you can compare it to the other side. Because ideally, we want to do our third round on whichever side feels a little tighter. Okay, right hand up. Once again, inhale 5, hold for 10, exhale 8. Okay, this time you're on your own. Start closing the right. Inhale 5, and then now you're on your own. Got to go back the other way, Gabe Jones. Okay, once you finish, do one more round back and forth on whichever side the hip is a little tighter. So whichever side feels like it needs it the most. And if you know, for example, like you don't know you have a tighter hip, but you know that one knee is a little more funky or one side of your back is a little more funky, do that side. Okay, one more round. Inhale 5, hold 10, exhale 8, back and forth. Let's go. Okay, go ahead and release the hands. So the intent for the rest of the practice is to practice struggle free. So this is a super important part of forest yoga that we practice. when we practice being struggle-free, it's a practice of noticing when you go into struggle. So that's to say that when things get hard or things get challenging, or we come up against a trigger, or we come up against a challenging situation, we have two choices that are broad categories. One set of choices is to go into struggle, and it's to fight against it, to resist against it, to stay stuck in old patterns, to take away our own energy, to give away our power. Whereas the other way is to stay in our power, to hold on to what is true for us, what feels right, and to ease our way out of struggle mode. We're focusing on the jaw, so I figured this would be great for today because the jaw is one of the places that a lot of us hold on to struggle. Okay, so let's go ahead and lay on our backs. We're diving straight into some abs today. Okay, for the first round of abs, go ahead and place your thumbs either into the cheeks. So if you remember here, if you trace around the cheekbone, you get to your jaw muscle. Okay, so you can either, for this first round of abs, press into that space, or you can come to the temples and massage your temples, which is also where jaw muscles are, or down the cheekbones, on the sides of the cheek, down the jaw. There's also jaw muscles here. Okay, so choose one of those areas where you feel like you can get some productive massaging, some relaxing going on while we get your abs turned on. So have your hands in whichever of those three positions works. Pick up your feet, knees are above hips, flex your toes back towards your shins. Spread your toes, inhale, expand your breath. Hold your breath, press low back down, press mid back down, and exhale, slowly lower left heel forwards and down. Exhaling for about 8 seconds. Inhale for about 5 seconds to pick up the left foot, come back to the start position. Hold your breath, press mid and low back into the floor. Curl tailbone up slightly. Exhale for about 8 seconds as you lower the right heel forwards and down while massaging your jaw. Inhale, pick up the right foot, come back to the start position. Hold your breath, press low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, lower the left heel down, keep tailbone curling up, keep your jaw relaxed. Inhale, pick up left foot, come back to start position. Hold your breath, press low back down, curl tailbone up. Exhale, lower the right foot forwards and down while you relax your jaw and pull belly muscles in. Inhale, come back to start position. Do one more on each side on your own while keeping your jaw relaxed and massaging it open. Keep your low back flat on the floor. Come back to start position. We add internal rotations. Move your hands to a new jaw position. So if you have the option of in the cheek, sides of the jaw, or on the temple bones. Okay. From here, you're releasing this space and we add internal rotation of the thigh. So inhale, expand your ribs. Hold your breath, press low back down, curl your tailbone up. Internally rotate the left thigh, so left heel goes to the left. Exhale, slowly lower the left heel towards the floor in this position, exhaling for about 8 seconds. Keep the low back pressing into the floor. Inhale for about 5 seconds to pick up the left foot. Hold your breath, curl tailbone up slightly, flatten the low back on the floor, internally rotate right thigh, right foot goes to the right. Exhale for about 8 seconds, lowering down the heel. Pull belly muscles down, open up your jaw. Inhale, come back to the start position. Do 2 more on each side. So internally rotate left thigh. Exhale, lower down slowly. Inhale, come back to the start. Hold your breath, internally rotate right thigh. Exhale, lower the heel down forwards towards the floor. Okay, come back to the start position. 1 more on each side on your own. See if you can go a little deeper into releasing your jaw. Okay, go ahead and bring feet down. Lower your arms down for bridge. Have your arms totally relaxed by your sides. Press through your feet, lift your hips up, curl your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Lengthen your jaw towards your chest, lengthening the back of your neck. Here, press through the floor a little bit more with active feet, like you were shifting your shin bones into the floor. Exhale, feel for softening around your upper back and neck. Notice as you're in bridge, if any areas start to tremble. In today's practice, if you're noticing trembling, don't back away. Just stay. Just let your body have a release. Let your body try and figure out how to be in a place without struggling. Slowly lower hips down. Grab onto your roll for abs with a roll. Place the roll in between your thighs. If you don't have a roll, you can use a block, as long as the block is soft. Okay, so roll or block goes in between the thighs. Two-part twisting abs with a roll. Go ahead and pick your feet up. Feet can either be straight up towards the ceiling, or you can have knees bent 90 degrees. You have the option for these abs, either to leave your head down, okay, and release your jaw, or you can clasp your hands behind the back of the head and lift the head, okay? For those who are lifting the head, inhale, curl head and shoulders up. Otherwise, your head stays down. Hold your breath, press the low back down, curl the tailbone up, squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up another time. If your head is up, reach elbows towards left knee. Otherwise, you squeeze the roll a little harder. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. Head comes back to center. Hold your breath, press the low back down, squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up, reach elbows towards the right knee if head and shoulders are up. Otherwise, reach up through your feet more. Inhale, head and shoulders back to center. Keep head and shoulders up. Hold your breath, press the low back down, squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up. This time, flex your toes back towards your shin. Reach up through your heels. Elbows go towards left thigh. Pull belly muscles down. Inhale, head and shoulders back to center. Toes stay flexed. Hold your breath. Press the low back into the floor. Squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach up through the heels. Flex the toes back. Reach both elbows towards right knee. Pick up the right shoulder blade off the floor. Pull belly muscles down. Inhale, head and shoulders back to center. Head stays up. Shoulder blades up. Hold your breath. Press the low back down. This time, point through the balls of the feet with toes spread. Squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up, reaching through the balls of the feet. Elbows go towards the left knee. Give the roll a second squeeze. Pull belly muscles down. Inhale, head and shoulders back to center. Hold your breath. Press low back down. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze the roll. Exhale, reach elbows towards right knee. Keep both shoulder blades lifting. Spread through your toes and reach up through toes. Inhale, head and shoulders back to center. Exhale, head down and feet down. Keep your roll or block where it is. Lift your hips up into bridge with a block or a roll. As you start to feel intensity in your body, can you practice, instead of going to struggle mode about what it means, can you just feel what's going on? And as you feel what's going on in your body, how it's strengthening, how it's challenged, how it's moving, how it's feeling, can you also have a relaxed sense in your jaw? Slowly curl your hips down onto the floor. Keep your blocker roll where it is for gate opener. So go ahead and pick up feet. Feet can either come into a frog position, so knees bent, or legs straight up once again. This time, everybody, clasp hands behind the back of the head. Inhale, curl head and shoulders up off the mat. Hold your breath, press the low back down, squeeze the roll. Exhale, head and shoulders up a little higher, curl tailbone up, reach up through the feet. Place the left hand onto blocker roll. Inhale, straddle your legs open into straddle or frog. Exhale, curl your pubic bone up into the block or roll. Reach your right tricep straight up. Inhale, keep the head up. Close the legs around the block or roll. Left hand behind head. Head comes down. Hold your breath. Press the low back down. Squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach head and shoulders up towards the ceiling. Give the roll a second squeeze. Inhale, place right hand onto the roll. Straddle your legs open. Exhale, curl pubic bone in toward navel. Reach the left elbow up. Reach head and shoulders up. Inhale, close your legs around the roll. Right hand behind head, head down. Hold your breath. Press low back down. Curl tailbone up and squeeze the roll. Exhale, curl head and shoulders up towards the ceiling. Pull belly muscles down away from the roll. Place left hand onto roll. Inhale, straddle legs apart. This time, flex your toes towards the floor. Exhale, curl pubic bone in towards navel. Reach the right elbow and armpit up. Inhale, close the legs around the roll. Left hand behind head, head down. Hold your breath. Press the back down, curl tailbone up, and squeeze the roll. Exhale, reach head and shoulders up. Keep your jaw relaxed and keep curling up. Place right hand onto the roll. Inhale, straddle legs apart. Flex toes towards the floor. Exhale, curl pubic bone into navel. Curl your upper body towards the ceiling. Pull belly muscles down. Inhale, close your legs around the roll. Right hand behind head, head down. And exhale, bend the knees, feet to the floor. This time, go ahead and move the roll out of the way for a glute bridge. Walk your feet forwards about half a foot. Walk your feet to the sides of your mat. Then turn your toes out slightly. This leg positioning helps you get into your glutes. Before you even lift up, I want you to think about, once you've lifted up, spreading your feet apart. So you press the feet into the floor and you reach them like you're trying to rip your mat apart. Okay? Inhale, expand your breath into your collarbone area. Exhale, press through your heels, press through the ball of the foot, press through toes, lift hips up. Inhale, expand your breath. Exhale, continue to press the shin bones down and then start to move feet away from one another. That will be challenging. Only do so as much as you can feel like something else turns on in your legs. Feel for having relaxed forehead. Strong legs. So you can practice being grounded and clear-headed. Press a little more through your heels. Lift your hips up a little bit more. Good. To come out of pose, slowly lower the hips on down. Grab your block. Bring your block nearby so that we can come up into bridge over a block. For this, press the feet into the floor, lift hips up. Place the block the highest distance possible underneath the hips, underneath the sacrum. From there, one leg up. Go ahead and reach the left leg towards the sky. So bridge on a block, one leg up. So sacrum's on the block. Yes, and then the left foot reaches up. Ankle over thigh. Bend the left knee, cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh, and then start to reach the outer edge of left thigh towards the floor, opening the hip towards the ceiling. Come out of this pose. Reach the left foot towards the ceiling once again. Slowly lower left foot down. Press into the left foot and reach the right foot up this time. Use this moment to make small circles with your ankle or stretch through the toes like you're pointing the foot. Flex the toes back. Good for loosening up in the ankle and the foot. Ankle over thigh. Bend the right knee. Cross the right ankle over left thigh and then open the knee towards the floor. Inhale, send a deep breath down into the right hip. Exhale, press the outer edge of right ankle into left thigh. To come out of the pose, reach the right foot up towards the ceiling first. Exhale, bring the foot down. Press your hips up off the block, lift them up, and then remove the block, place it off to one side of the mat. Slowly lower hips to the floor. Roll onto one side. And then come onto hands and knees. We lost Heather along the way. Okay. Come on to forearms for dolphin, one arm up. So press the floor away with your arms, tuck toes under, lift hips up. A down level, if one arm up feels like too much, you keep both arms down. Otherwise, those going into one arm up, press through the right forearm, reach the left hand towards the hip. Press down through the right wrist. Come out of the pose, lower the left hands right to the floor, bend the knees, lower the knees to the floor. Bring left forearm out. So left forearm is once again underneath the left shoulder. First, press up into dolphin, lift hips up. If you're going into one arm up, reach the right hand close towards the right hip. Practice being in this funky and challenging pose in a way that you're not struggling through it. Can you instead feel how this is building your strength and your resilience? To come out, right hand down on the floor, in a controlled manner, lower the knees down. From here, come on up into standing. Give me just 1 second. Okay, I just want to see if Heather has sent a message.
You okay?
Sorry?
Is she okay?
Well, I didn't get a message from her, so I don't know. Her
Okay.
internet might have popped out or who knows. I'm sure she's fine. Okay, standing at the front of the mat. Sun salutations with jaw release. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Lunge, inhale, step left foot, whack. Exhale, lower left knee down. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step into plank. And lower knees down, lower chest down. Low cobra. Inhale, arch your back away from the floor. Exhale, cobra whip, jaw release. Bring your torso down. Elbows onto the floor, thumbs come into the cheek muscles. Relax your forehead forwards. Hands underneath shoulders. Downward facing dog. Lunge. Inhale, left foot comes forward in between hands. Exhale, lower the right knee down. Inhale, reach arms up. Jaw relaxed. Exhale, hands to the floor, forward bend. Step the right foot forwards. Clasp your hands behind the back. And then reach your hands away from your hips. Open your chest. Here in this pose, inhale and feel your ears lengthening away from your shoulders. Exhale, reach your hands up a little bit higher. Undo the clasp with the hands, bend knees slightly. Inhale, reach arms and torso up. Exhale, hands to center of chest. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Hands down to the mat. Lunge, all in one inhale. Inhale, step right foot back. Lower right knee down, reach arms up. All in one exhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step into plank. Lower knees down, lower chest to the floor. Inhale, low cobra. Curl your shoulders up and away from the mat, and then reach shoulder blades away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lunge, all in one inhale. Inhale, step right foot forwards. Lower left knee down, reach arms up. Forward bend with jaw release. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step left foot forwards, relax your head and torso towards the floor. This time, bring your fingers either onto temples or sides of the jaw, wherever you find more tension. Feel for massaging this area while your sit bones lengthen up towards the ceiling. Come out of the pose, bend knees slightly. Inhale, reach arms out. Exhale, hands to the center of chest. B-series with 2 pose vignettes. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward bend, hands to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your skull bones forwards. Reach backwards with your sit bones. Exhale, step back into plank and lower down either modified chaturanga, knees down, chest down, or chaturanga, lowering into floor. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Arrow lunge. Inhale, step your left foot forwards between the hands. Exhale, lower the right knee down and the top of the right foot to the floor. From here, slide the right foot back as far as it can go. And then straighten the right leg so the right knee comes off the floor. You have the option, an arrow lunge, to leave your hands either on the floor, bring them to a block, bring them to your knee or thigh, or reach your arms up. This pose gets intense real fast. Inhale, feel for keeping your right leg strong and reaching away from the floor. Exhale, relax your jaw. Inhale, send a deep breath towards your low back. Exhale, ground down through the left heel, press it down. Lunge, heel to butt. Lower the right knee towards the floor. Lower hands down. Flip the right side of your mat over so that you have a little extra padding for your knee. From there, for heel to butt, pick up the right heel, pick up the right foot, grab for it with the right hand, and start to stretch the heel towards the butt. As well, don't stay on the top of the kneecap. Instead, roll your hips a little forwards, rotate the hips forward and down. So you're coming more onto the quad instead of just onto the kneecap. Let go of the back foot. Slowly lower it back to the floor. Unfold your mat. Inhale, step into plank. Exhale, lower knees down, lower chest down. For Prelude to Wave Dancer, stage 1. For Prelude to Wave Dancer, you inhale into the stomach, and that is what lifts your chest. You don't use any other muscles. So, inhale into your abdomen. Feel how that lifts your chest up. You don't have to come up high at all. Exhale, lower chest down as you exhale. Inhale, tuck your tailbone, fully expand your breath into your abdomen and press your abdomen into the floor. Exhale, release the air, slowly curl your chest down. Tuck your tailbone into the floor. Tuck pubic bone into the floor. Inhale into abdomen. Press the abs into the floor. And exhale, bring chest down once again for cobra with jaw release. Elbows out in front of you. Bring your cheekbones towards your thumbs. Here in this pose, as you're releasing your jaw, feel for the openness and strength of your right hip and right leg that you just created in the vignette. Notice what it feels like to both be releasing your jaw and feeling the strength of your leg. Oh my God. Bring hands underneath shoulders. Come into downward facing dog. You might notice sometimes when we work to release the jaw, like even pressing in the down dog for me, like feels heavier. Like my whole body feels like a rock. But that's a good sign because it's telling us that our jaw was doing too much work. And now we get to use other muscles to really build our strength. Arrow lunge. Inhale, step the right foot forwards between the hands, and exhale, lower left knee and top of the foot to the floor. Slide the left foot back, then straighten the left leg, reaching the left kneecap towards the ceiling. From there, hands can either stay on the floor, come up to a block, or the shin, or the thigh, or reach arms up. Inhale, feel for elevating your torso as you press into the right foot. Exhale, press the top of the left foot towards the floor. Inhale, expand your breath into the sides of your ribs. Exhale, pull your right heel towards your groin. So instead of like ripping the mat apart, it's like now you're pulling the foot towards you, lengthening left hip down. Hands onto the floor for lunge, heel to butt. Flip the left side of the mat over. Create a little more padding for your knee. Then pick up the left foot, reach back for it with left hand, and then start to reach left heel towards left butt cheek. Inhale, feel for your torso lifting up. Exhale, sink the left hip forwards. Notice the moment that your body either clenches in the jaw again, or some other way starts to go into a struggle mode. For example, your breath now get very shallow. Consciously deepen and slow your breath. Bring the right hand to the floor, slowly and controlled, release left ankle. Hands onto the floor, inhale, step into plank. Exhale, lower knees down and grab your roll and your block. Roll is going to go underneath the abs. The block is going to go in between ankle bones. Once you have that set up, go ahead and lay down over your roll. Make sure the roll is on the squishy part of belly, so not pressing onto ribs, not pressing onto hip bones. You might have to make your roll a little smaller to make it fit you. Okay? Block is between ankle bones. Prelude to Wave Dancer stage 2. For this, hands underneath shoulders. Tuck the pelvis down. Inhale into your abs. Let that lift you up. Squeeze the ankle bones towards the block. Press the hands into the floor to come up a little higher. Exhale, lower your belly down over the roll. Squeeze the block, tuck the tailbone and pelvis down. Inhale into the abs, let that lift you up. Use your hands to help you up partly more. Exhale, keep squeezing the block, keep tucking the tailbone down. Lower the chest down and forwards. Tuck tops of the feet into the floor. Squeeze the block with inner thigh muscles. Tuck the pelvis down, inhale into abdomen. Then use your hands to help arch the chest up a little higher. Exhale, bring the chest down over the roll. Keep your legs and roll in this position for Cobra over roll with jaw release. Elbows on the floor. Bring your jaw into your thumbs. So thumbs are in cheeks, or you can massage one of the other two areas. Instead of struggling against the roll in your belly, can you actually feel for loosening up abdominal tensions, softening over the roll while your jaw isn't fighting? Come out of the pose. First, let go of the block. Hands underneath shoulders. Press onto all fours. Bring your roll onto one side. Place your block up to one side. Come into downward facing dog. Lunge, back bend, back knee up. Inhale, step left foot forwards between the hands. Exhale, lower the right knee down. Slide the right foot back as far as it will go, but then tuck the toes under. From there, once again, straighten the back leg. And from here, bring hands up to hips. That will require force in both legs. Once hands are on hips, feel for using your thumbs to help your sacrum track downwards towards the floor. Press your hands downwards onto hips, and then inhale, reach your rib cage up. Exhale, squeeze your shoulders and elbows backwards. Inhale, send a big breath into the center of your chest. Exhale, reach back with the right heel, keeping the legs straight and lifted. Lunge back bend, grabbing back ankle, hands down onto the mat. Lower the right knee down. Pad your knee if you need to. So you fold the mat over, or you can also use your roll. Bend the right knee. Grab for the right ankle with the right hand. And start to shift and sink your hips forwards. Like you're moving hips towards the left heel. You also have the option for more flexible people, left hand also grabs the ankle. So now, instead of reaching the heel towards butt, reach your heel away from the butt. Inhale, send a breath into your collarbone area. Exhale, tuck your tailbone down. Slowly release the back ankle. Hands come down onto the mat. Inhale, step back into plank. Exhale, lower knees down and grab your roll. Grab your block. For cobra push-ups over a roll with a block. Block goes in between ankle bones once again. Roll goes underneath belly. This time, instead of like in wave dancer where we use our abdomen to inhale, when we inhale in cobra, we're using our arms to pull and lift up. Okay, so tuck tailbone down. Inhale, use your arms to pull your hands towards you. Reach the chest up. Keep elbows bent, shoulders reaching away from ears. Exhale, lower the chest down, pulling with your hands. Tuck the tailbone down. Inhale, curl shoulders up, curl upper back up, squeeze the block with inner thighs. Exhale, pull with your arms to lower your chest forwards and down. Tuck the pubic bone down. Inhale, curl shoulders and back away from the floor, pulling with hands, elbows bent. Exhale, keep reaching elbows back, shoulder blades down, chest down. Tuck the pubic bone down. Inhale, curl back up. Exhale, feel for lengthening your ribcage forwards. Come down over the roll. Jaw release, cobra over the roll. This time, have your hands in whichever of the three positions you feel like intuitively could use a little more attention. As you massage into your jaw, feel for letting everything in your lower body let go. So you're letting go in your ankle bones, your toe joints. You're letting go of any tightness in your ass muscles. Any tightness in hip flexors. Hands down onto the mat. Press onto all fours. Place your roll off to one side. Place block onto one side. Come into downward facing dog. Press the floor away with hands and feet. Exhale, relax your jaw. Lunge back bend, back knee up. Inhale, step right foot forwards between the hands, lower the left knee down. Slide the left foot back as far as it will go. Tuck toes under, straighten back leg. Inhale, press through the right foot to bring torso up, hands on the hips. Inhale, telescope your ribs upward, like you're lifting your ribs away from hips. Exhale, press the tailbone down with thumbs. Press downward onto your hips. Using that press, inhale, lengthen your rib cage up a little higher. Exhale, lean your upper back and neck back just slightly. Squeeze shoulder blades towards the spine. Come down, hands down onto the mat. Lunge back bend, grabbing back in both. If you need to pad your knee, pad your knee. Hold the mat over or use your roll. Bend the left knee, grab for the left ankle with left hand. If you're more flexible today, you can also grab with the right hand. And remember, here we're not pulling the heel towards the butt. You start to reach the foot away from your hips. That will help you open in the chest. Use this pose to deepen and reconnect to a strong, centered, and deep breath. So even though there's almost certainly a lot going on in sensation in this pose, be with it and deepen your breath. Slowly release the back ankle. Camel. From here, come onto your knees. Tuck your toes under. And first phase of camel is just hands onto hips, pressing downwards, lengthening your tailbone down, and lifting ribs up and back. So lengthen tailbone down. Inhale, use your breath to balloon your chest away from your hips. Exhale, roll the top heads of your shoulders back. Inhale, feel your body's strength that it has to use to lift your chest up. Exhale, keep tucking tailbone down. Great stability for your back. And to come out of the pose, go ahead and bring torso back up. Go ahead and roll onto your back. Actually, no, grab a seated position first. For shin bound, half lotus spinal twist. From here, bring left foot into half lotus. Left hand swoops behind the back to grab for the foot. If you can't grab the foot, left foot comes onto the floor. So left foot on top. If you can't get half lotus, just legs crossed. Left hand either onto the floor behind you or you reach for the foot. Nice. Right hand on left knee. Inhale, telescope ribs up away from hips. Exhale, bring your torso a little bit more to the left. Inhale, balloon your breath into the sternum. Exhale, shoulder blades down away from your ears. Come out, bring your chest back to center. Change the cross of legs. Left hand onto right knee, right hand either onto the floor behind you, or you grab for clothing, or the right foot. Before going deep into the pose, inhale, get tall in the pose. Exhale, tuck your sit bones down, and then use that to start twisting you to the right. Inhale, as you twist, twist up, reaching your ribs out. Now, exhale, use your arms to help you come a little deeper, reaching your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, bring torso back to center. Bring your feet into Baddha Konasana in a position where you're almost ready to lay down in Shavasana. Forward bend in Baddha Konasana. Walk your hands forward, and if you can get your elbows into a position, either on the shins or on the feet or on the floor, where you can bring your thumbs back into your jaw, release your jaw. Here in this pose, feel for sending deep breaths towards your low back. On your exhale, feel for softening in your jaw a little bit more. Or at least feel deeply the sensations in your jaw. Baddha Konasana on the back with back traction. Go ahead and keep your feet and legs in this position. Lower your torso down to the floor. Laying back. Bring your hands onto the tops of your thighs, close to the hip as they can go. Then straighten the arms, so you're pressing your hands down towards your hips. And that will create some traction and space in your low back. Feeling into that traction, inhale, now lengthen your breath towards your low back. As you exhale, continue to press your hands into legs. Come out of the pose, soften the press with your arms, relax your arms to the sides, and straighten out legs into Shavasana. Ooh. Oof, yeah. Immediately start to breathe into your sternum area, so the very center of your chest.
Yes, buddy.
After about the second or third concentrated breath into your sternum, feel your shoulders relaxing into the floor. Right now, feel down into your hips. Feel for releasing any hidden clenching in and around your hips. Once you've let go around this area, connect the sensation of both your jaw and your hips and pelvis being relaxed. We go into struggle mode when we step into victimhood and whenever we give our power away. A good time to know when we're giving our power away is when we feel triggered, when we feel overwhelmed, when we feel stressed out. We have already given our peace of mind over to a situation. Practice being struggle-free. Struggle-free in your decision-making. Struggle-free around your heart and what it wants. Struggle-free around your needs and getting them met. Struggle-free around your dreams and what you want to do with your life. When you start to release some of this tension that has kept you from being in your power and fortitude can return. Power is not under pressure. Power comes from a place of peace. Deepen your breath. Notice how good you feel right now, finishing this practice. Having put in some work to get out of your head and into your body. Start to stretch your toes and fingers, ankles, wrists, arms, legs. Bend your knees, feet onto the floor. Roll onto the right side. Sit up with a relaxed neck. Only once your torso is fully up, head comes up. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you have
Great
a
class,
beautiful
brother.
Saturday.
Thank you. Happy
Practice
Saturday.
having a struggle-free Saturday and Sunday.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.